Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's nice and sunny and warm here, a little bit windy, so I hope that doesn't affect the our time visiting here. But I thought I'd just walk around. We're supposed to get more rain tomorrow, so I thought I'd get out here today while we've got such a nice day and just got kind of give you guys a glimpse of the different fruit trees and things that we have that's here on here at Cedar Creek, and the good things and the bad things. One of the things that we have going is our grapevines, and Howie and I planted these out, and they've had some troubles in their lifetime. They were accidentally poisoned a few years back and made it out of that. They've been frozen back a few times, and to be honest with you, with the terrible droughts that we had last year, we've lost quite a few things, and I'll try to remember to share all the things with you. Here comes the train. So the first thing here with this little grapevine is the majority of it is dead. I have we started with 4 and we lost 2 with Howie accidentally poisoning them. 2 made it, and now it looks like I might possibly just have 1. I thought I'd lost both of them, but I am seeing some growth come out on places here. Not all over. A lot of it will have to be cut back, but I'm kind of thinking that I might be able to save this grapevine this year. The other probably, I don't see any, ouch, I don't see any signs of life on it at all. So I'm thinking that it'll probably have to come out and we'll have to start new with grapevines. Howie's dream, one of his plans, and I've shared it with you guys before, was to plant grapes on both sides here, leading back to that gate that's back behind me that leads out into where the garden is at and the chicken house and all of that's at. He wanted to have like a grape arbor and a place to sit and relax for a little bit. We'd still like to do that, but the next thing I'm going to show you is our pear tree, and it is really going crazy. So I'm kind of concerned that there may not be enough room to build that arbor in this particular space. So we might have to rethink where to put grapes when we plant new ones, but we'll see. So I do have one grapevine that has survived. I believe with all of the hard knocks that the other one had, it's history. Okay, this is our pear tree, and this thing is loaded every year. I shared with you last spring that for several years it would be loaded down with fruits, and we would get late freeze, we would get, we had a couple different years that the windstorms came through and blew all the little pears off of it. Last year it went through the drought. We still got some pears, not as many. They started coming off, being ready about the same time that little Rowdy was born, and all of you know that we spent a month at the hospital with him up at Tulsa at the Children's Hospital, and so a lot of our things, besides the drought hitting hard, we weren't really able to give the things the care that they needed. And so while we did have some pears last year, we didn't really have as big of a crop as we've had in years past, and those that we did get to enjoy, the majority of the crop was beyond being able to process them, can them up for the winter, because they were past their prime. And so anyway, you can see it's loaded with blooms. It's a big tree. It needs to have a few of these type of things taken off of it. This is not something that we plan on keeping. There's a few branches that have gotten broken off in the winter with the snow and the ice and different things. The winds have broken a few of the branches, and we want to make sure that we get those off so that we have the best harvest that we can possibly get off of the pear tree. This tree is getting really tall, and we have considered taking, topping it out. I don't know. It doesn't look like we'll probably get that done this year, but Howie and I was thinking that this tree needed a pollinator, so we planted another pear tree just down the ways a little bit, and I'll show it to you when we get to it. And if it performs like this little tree, I will have so many pears that I can share with half the neighborhood and So anyway, we're looking forward. We do this week, one night this week. I think the low temperature is supposed to be 39, but I'm not seeing any other freezing temperatures this week. But we never fool ourselves in April thinking that we can't get any freezes at all. We have had an occasional surprise freeze in May before. So hopefully these little guys get through it before anything that could damage them. Our next little tree, this is our Arkansas black apple. I got this one because I'm from Arkansas and I'm paying homage to my home state. And two, really, because this is a storage apple. These come off in the fall. They're a crisp apple, red crisp apple, and they're supposed to be really good to store for fresh eating. And so we're looking forward to it. I had 2 of these apple trees. One of them didn't survive. So I'm hoping to get another one. I've had some trouble locating the Arkansas black, but Starks has them, and we actually found this one local, and so hopefully I can get another one and get the one replaced that died, and we're looking forward to having some delicious Arkansas apples. Here's my other pear tree. You can see that it is taken off, and I'm looking forward to having those tasty pears. This is one of the newer fruit trees that Howie planted before he passed away. And so I can't remember, but I would almost guarantee you that this is a yellow, delicious, or some version of a yellow apple, because that was his favorite. And I almost would guarantee that when we have fruit on this tree that it'll be yellow. Now, across the ways from us is a hay pasture, and so far we haven't had any trouble with deer coming over here to nibble on the trees. But I'm kind of thinking that we will have to really monitor this when it puts on fruit, because the deer are thick around here, and so this could pose a little bit of a problem, a temptation that they cannot bypass. This is one of my older apple trees. It also was a yellow apple, and Howie and I planted it, my goodness, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, if that much. But anyway, that's the last remaining of the original trees that we planted, and we had a storm come through, a windstorm, and it blew this tree right down. And so we've lost this one, and on this same row we had a maple tree and one other tree that blew down, and our flagpole is in the same spot. We've hung the flagpole 2 or 3 different times, or not, I'm sorry, fixed the flagpole, hung the flag back up several times, and it's this little pocket right here. The wind blows crazy through here. Of course, it is Oklahoma, and I can't keep my flagpole standing. This is one of our elderberry bushes. This is American elderberry, and this we put in a year or so before Howie passed away. So this is probably its second year of picking elderberries off of it. So this will make the 4th year of having elderberry bushes in our backyard. Greens up for us here in Oklahoma. Now I don't know if it is everywhere, but for us it doesn't die back to the ground. It greens back up every year, and so it just getting bigger and bigger. You can see here that all around it, it's got elderberry. Now these are coming off of the mother bush here, and we can leave these and these will grow up, and it'll just cause the elderberry bush to get bigger and bushier, and we will probably do that with some of them. But you can also harvest some of these and have new elderberries. Also, if you want to go in and you want to take one of these canes, and cut it, if you are thinning out or whatever, then you can take one of these canes and you can cut the sticks, that's what I call them for lack last year I did it both ways and had really great success with them, and grow new elderberries that way too. Some people just cut it and stick it into stick it in the ground and let it root that way. I like to get a little bit of a root system on it before I plant them in the ground, and my hopes is to have at least one whole row of my side yard with the fences in elderberry plants. And I have another elderberry here in the backyard, Sadie. You would think that she is out of her naughty puppy stage, but she's not. She's 2 years old, and she still tears things up, and so she has chewed on some of the branches on the other elderberry, which is just next door here. Cheyenne, you can show it if you want to. And it needs some of the old branches that aren't leafed out and don't show any signs of life. Those need to be cut out, and the bush will be just fine doing that. And then you can see all over the bottom there are new elderberry that have came out from it. All right, guys, well, there's a quick little tour of Cedar Creek. I know that we did a video last year on getting new raspberries and blackberries and some honeyberries. I have a few of the blackberries that are still alive on a row in the garden. But the other things, between the drought that we had last year, and again being at the hospital for a month with little Rowdy and not anyone here to take care of those things, they did not survive. So we'll be replanting again our raspberries, the honeyberries, more blackberries, probably revamp our strawberry beds, just so that we've got everything healthy and where it should be. So until next time, guys, this is Josie. I love you guys, I really do. Keep looking well to the ways of your household. Consider planting fruit trees and berry bushes and items that can grow perennial for you, that'll come back year after year, so that you have something to look forward to. I always love in the springtime being able to walk around and see the new life, not only out in the pasture with all the new baby cows, but to see the life here with the plants and the trees and the bushes. So until next time, guys, we're gone.